of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people. Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
Everybody's there. You got Donald's there. You got that fucking Cruella DeVille. You got one of the daughters there. Is that Tiffany? And then you got Ivana, JD, Usha, even Don Jr. And then the other son. I think, is that Kushner? What church is this? Is this Baptist? Is this Catholic church? What church is this?
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands.
Tiffany seems like she's kind of happy that, he's being called out. She's got like a little proud face. Melania is just a mean old Cruella DeVille. She's just a hate-filled, awful person. What an awful human being that is. What a gold-digging, soulless Duchess. When it comes to, what was that, Sound of Music? She's the Duchess. She's the Duchess. She don't want to be a first lady. She's not prim and proper. She's not inspiring to anybody. Just mean and rude. And you know what? Maybe his father didn't love Donald. Maybe Donald didn't have a father who loved him. But if you would think his wife would love him, right? But she just kind of shows up for the picture.
To find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger. For we were all once strangers in this land.
Merciful to the stranger?
May God grant us the strength and courage to honor the dignity of every human being, to speak the truth to one another in love, and walk humbly with each other and our God for the good of all people in this nation and the world.
Amen. So, according to Klandace Owens, it's not possible to be a bishop and to be a female. Females are supposed to shut their mouth or something. Now, she said that we're supposed to welcome the stranger. Where does it say welcome the stranger in the Bible? Oh, okay, Matthew 25:35. I was hungry, you gave me food. I was thirsty, you gave me drink, and I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. That you do to the least of my brethren, you do unto me. Let's see here. Love your neighbor as yourself. Show no partiality. Here's Hebrews 13:1-3. Let mutual love continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing that some have entertained angels without knowing it. Remember those who are in prison as though you were in prison with them, those who are being tortured as though you yourselves were being tortured. Beloved, you do faithfully whatever you do for the friends, even though they are strangers to you. They have testified to your love before the church. You do well to send them on in a manner worthy of God, for they began their journey for the sake of Christ, accepting no support from non-believers. Therefore, we ought to support such people so that they may become co-workers with the truth. It's really all over the place. Genesis says, stranger. You shall also love the stranger, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. That's Deuteronomy. The alien who resides with you shall be to you as a citizen among you. You shall love the alien as yourself, for you are aliens in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus. Cursed is anyone who withholds justice from the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow. Then all the people shall say amen. Deuteronomy. It kind of says it over and over again. The Lord watches over the strangers. He upholds the orphan and the widow. But the way of the wicked he brings to ruin. Psalm 146:9. Do not oppress the alien, the orphan, or the widow, or shed innocent blood in this place. Jeremiah 7:5-7. The aliens, let's see. They shall be as citizens. Ezekiel kind of says it over and over and over again. So, she wants to say females can't be bishops. I don't know, Klandace. I don't know, Klandace. It seems like she kind of knows more about the spirit of the Bible than you goddamned asshole. Now, maybe people might say, okay, that's just in the Bible. Jesus only said to welcome the stranger in the Bible. Where else has Jesus said to welcome the stranger? Well, I got a clip here of the Joe Rogan podcast. Hold on, let me bring it up here.